The next year, it was an obligation, and then the next, and the next, until he could never stop. But in that case, the tradition outgrew the man, so others had to step forward and preserve it. He cannot count on this happening here. He had been chosen, and soon he must choose. The room is cold. The landlord turns the heat down at night. He stirs the embers in the dying fire, tucks a stadium blanket around his legs. He knows this blue plaid blanket. It was his father's. It came in a plastic bag that zipped and had been used exclusively for its named purpose. He remembers being beneath it at Memorial Stadium, watching the Colts, drinking hot chocolate from an old-fashioned thermos. The very thermos that now sits on his desk, dented here and there, and full of herbal tea, not chocolate, but still going strong. He takes such good care of his things, he overheard his mother say once, admiringly to a friend. And he was so unused to this prideful tone in her voice that he determined he would always be known for this. He takes such good care of his things. He still has his train set, his Lincoln logs, a silver bullet presented to him by Clayton Moore, even the blue Currier and Ives plates from his mother's kitchen. The Museum of Me. That's how he thinks of his place here in North Baltimore, where every item has a history. It's a charming image, his apartment behind plexiglass, hushed visitors trooping through as if this were Monticello or Mount Vernon. Ladies and gentlemen, this thermos was present for the Colts lost to the New York Jets, as was this plaid blanket. Actually, he remembers the blanket better than the games. It was scratchier then, for it was still new, and they could never fold it, so it went back into the case. Mother always had to do that for them when they got home. He wonders what happened to the case, how the blanket survived when the case did not. But it's the same thing with the body, is it not? The case cannot survive, yet it may leave something behind. He has no children, no money to speak of, and his things, his books, his various collections, will go to his alma mater, déclassé as College Park might be. His only legacy is this secret, and he can give it to only one person. Yet it seems increasingly possible that no one will have it. No one wants it. There would have been more possibilities a generation ago, he's sure of that. More men like himself from whom to pick. These days he does not meet many people like himself or otherwise, and this saddens him. There was one encountered by chance in the all-night diner on 29th Street. But no, that young man was clearly not what he seemed. He finds himself loitering in used bookshops and antique stores, where young women go into ecstasies over old, green-handled potato mashers and pastry cutters. He feels as if he is not much different, an odd tool, prized for its quaint, decorative quality, but of no utility. He did not think people could go out of style, but apparently he has. The vocabulary used to describe a man like himself, once full of solemn dignity, has been reduced to the simperingly ironic. Bachelor. Sometimes, meeting a new person, he pretends to be a widower. If the new acquaintance is a woman, her face lights up in a way she may not realize. A widower. It means he was capable of living with someone at least once. But that was the one thing of which he was never capable, no more than he could end a sentence with a preposition. He needs solitude, craves it the way some people yearn for food or sex or drink. Is it so freakish to want to live alone? His head tips forward from its own weight. He jerks it back and fixes his gaze on the view. A rim of light is on the horizon. No clouds, which means it will be even colder today than it was